Hello, bearded bee people. Welcome back to B&K Bees. I don't know if you will be able to hear me over the wind and the sound of all these bees in this yard. And I'm sick. I'm sick as heck, but I'm super happy to be out here listening to all these bees buzz. It's like 55 degrees, March 8th or 9th. And we've got bees flying all over the place. So I hope the same is true for you guys. I just want to make a little quick video. Hello, bearded bee people. Welcome back to B&K Bees. It's March 9th, I think. I'm a little bit sick, but I'm super happy to be making a bee video in the earlier half of March. Tons of bees out flying. These ones are in a little bit of a corner, a little bit shaded. I have stopped picking lids up because they're all seeming to be alive. And I don't really feel like getting stung today. Here's another colony. Looking quite good. We'll lift it back up. Ooh, it's still pretty heavy. Singles in Michigan doing well. For what, like a 7th year in a row? I just love this winter configuration. But, so yeah, I'm super happy to be out messing with bees in the first half of March. This is probably the earliest I've ever seen orientation flights going on. Like you see right over there. Those are undoubtedly new bees graduating to forager activity before the 10th of March. Which blows my mind. I'm happy to be out on a sunny early March day to see my bees flying. Partly I'm happy because we took a gamble this year. You know, over the last bunch of years, we've been working very hard to grow our stock and to make sure that we're growing from our own stock and not making moves that were too quick or too sudden or, you know, too much with too little. Because we've made those mistakes in the past, and I've talked about that stuff on this channel in the past. So last fall, I made the decision that I wasn't going to import any bees. I was not going to purchase any bees at all for our own operation, and I was not going to import any for sale for anything. And so it was a gamble. We've been doing really well over the last, like I said, like 5 or so years building up and figuring out our overwintering methods. Hi, lady. And so I decided to put it all on the table and just say, all right, we're done. I'm not going to import any bees. And man, am I happy I did it. We're going to make a lot more money because of that this year. And so far I've been to 4 yards, and so far we're well up above 90%. I would not be surprised if we hit 95% this year. Like I said, I stopped lifting lids today because it's a one-note story. We are just seeing bees flying in and out. We are seeing activity everywhere. And like I said, the only really thing that I can do at this point for these bees is to lift the backs of the hives up. They're getting a little bit lighter, but that's not an empty hive. That's they still have another month of food or so. And then obviously for the super light ones, there are a couple dead outs. It's not an ideal situation, not something that you'd like to have. Make sure that you have dead outs in March, but it's usually the way it works out. There's a couple, and so that's some available food for some of the lighter ones. But really my idea this week was to get around and lift the backs and see where I needed to be in terms of sugar. I have a bunch of sugar in the back of the truck, so I am prepared to start making communal syrup if this flight weather continues for us. I'm not going to put food in the hives at this point because we still have a lot of time left where stuff can get, I lost my train of thought. We have a lot of time left where the weather can change and it can go back into the teens or 20s. So I'm not going to put liquid into the hives yet because, once again, as you see, I don't do any insulation. You know, if you've got insulation on your hives and you're 100% certain that putting syrup in there isn't going to impede their ability to maintain the heat, then go for it. You know, I know some people who do that. I don't put insulation on my hives, so I like to let them, you know, decide when they need to be bringing liquid in. So I'm going to put it out communally for them here, hopefully this week, once again, if this weather continues. But man, am I happy as heck to be out here making this bee video today. Look at these bees. I have not gotten stung today, but if that happens, man, I won't be displeased about that either. It's like the aching of my back those first couple of golf swings of the year. It's a good pain. It's a pain I missed. So I'm looking forward to getting stung too a little bit, because in October, at the end of the bee year, I set these bees up. I work so hard. I work my ass off to set these bees up to where I know 100% that they are good. They do not need me. And then I don't visit them again until March. So people ask me in January or February how your bees are doing. I have no idea. I set them up to know that there's nothing I need to do for them, so that I don't visit them, I don't worry about them, I don't fret over them during the winter. So then I visit on a day like today in March and see where I need to be. But, you know, none of the sunny days during January and February, I was not out here. I was not looking at anything. I was not worrying about it. And so it just makes it all that much better, you know, all these months away from my last time being out here, to come back out and see everything doing really well, and to hear these bees flying again and feel the warmth of the sun on my back. I'm ready for this bee season to get started. I'm ready to keep making videos. Man, I'm happy. Alright, so let me know how your bees are doing in the comment section below. I'd love to chat with you guys about it. Don't be moving brood frames around right now. That is not a good idea. If you have a colony that is on its last legs, consider it dead, unfortunately. Split later to make it up. Don't move brood frames trying to save stuff right now. That is a recipe for disaster. So, if you're absolutely desperate to save a colony, give it some shakes of nurse bees from another frame, or switch places with a colony that is doing a little bit better so that they can get some returning foragers. But moving around brood frames is, first of all, not a great idea, because you don't know how much the colony you're moving the stuff to, how much they can keep warm. But second of all, if it does go bad, if it does go poorly, you're leaving all of the dead brood in that hive that is going to cause bacterial issues. I've talked about it so many times in this channel, that you just really don't want chilled brood. So, hi there, bee. So, don't move brood frames around. Get out there, see how heavy your bees are. And, man, get out there and have some fun with your bees. That's what I'm doing. So, thanks for watching. See ya.